Hey guys, welcome back to the first tutorial on this channel, Control Room Tutorials. I'm Marston. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a very simple text effect using only one click of a button. But before we get into that, please consider subscribing. This is a new channel. It's my goal to reach 1,000 subscribers. I have a timeline here, and on the timeline I have two clips which I downloaded from Pexels. So here is just one clip of the London Eye, and the other clip is just a clip of an intersection somewhere in the world. Alright, so what I want to do now is to come up with the text itself. So I want to come here under these tools here where it's written type 2. Just click on it and just highlight here. Now as soon as I do that, you can see that on the right side the Essential Graphics panel is now open. Now I'm just going to call this London. Alright, I'm going to call this London. Okay, highlight it, make sure that I center this. I also want to center it. You come here where it says align and transform. So we've centered it. Now I want to increase the font here under text. Let me just drag this. Now okay, now that is centered, right? Although it looks a bit off. All right, so let's just highlight that. Let's look for a font. Now for this effect to really work, you need a font that is a bit chunky. So yeah, there's one chunky one here written Luckiest Star. Let me just click on it. Yeah, that's perfect. And okay, right, now for this text effect to work, make sure that your text is white, and I'll explain more in a bit. So let's just click that, highlight that, and come here under effects controls. Under effects controls, now what we want to do is just to change the blend mode. Now we want to use difference or exclusion. Let me start with difference, and you see the effect. And let me just play that back. Sorry. Okay, come back here. Let's just play that back. As you can see, it's actually a unique effect that has been created only by one simple click of a button. Now, for those who are just looking for an interesting text effect, that's the end of the video. Now, let me tell you a bit more for those who are interested in finding out what this effect is actually doing. Now, I have a second clip here. Let me just drag it and join it here so that you see the difference. As you can see now, the exclusion, the difference or exclusion is pretty much doing the same thing. If I come here under blend mode and I change it to difference, as you can see, there's not much happening. Exclusion, there's not much happening. These effects are basically doing the same things. Now, if I come here, you see that the effect now, it's not that interesting, and you might be asking yourself, so what is really going on here? So what the exclusion or difference blend mode does is that it inverts colors. But if your colors or your video happens to have black, then nothing will happen. If you look at this road here, it's gray. So what's happening is it's inverting it 50%. So if you're working with a picture with gray, but let me just explain it more technically. All right, so what I want to do is just drag this here. Let me just drag this here, and what I want to do is get this grayscale card, and I want to just bring it just below here, and let me just, for now, let me just remove this or just make it shorter. Right, now what I want to do is I want to add that effect to this image of an intersection. Right, I want to add that blend mode so that you see what's happening. There's a grayscale card below, and you see what happens. So let's come here under opacity, blend mode, and we want to use difference. Okay, let me see if you can just highlight this, the grayscale card, and scale it. Okay, scale it. All right. Okay. Now, pretty much this explains what this blend mode does. So the affected areas, if you look on the right here, or here where the buildings are, these are the most affected areas. where you can see the blue colors coming in. These are the colors that have been inverted, even here around these buildings here. Now, if you look at this first bar here, nothing has happened. Why? Because it's black, and this effect will not work on black, like what I was saying. And around these trees, obviously the trees are green and stuff, so you're likely to have inverted colors. As you go by the spectrum, if you come under the middle section here where there are gray colors here, as you can see, the effect is 50-50. That means you get a 50% opacity to the effect. The same happens even if you bring the exclusion blend mode. It's even more highlighted. As you can see, that's the difference now between the difference and exclusion. If you look at this, the exclusion now, you can see that on the center here, you can't even see. Where you used to see something, you can't even see much. It's just pretty much gray. And you can see even elements of gray as we head towards black here. But as usual, like I was saying, the gray part of this blend mode will not be affected. So pretty much that's how the exclusion and different blend modes work. So I hope this gives you an idea of how you can be able to use them in certain aspects. So to create different looks, let me just click this and bring it back to normal, as you can see. So here, just on the first image of the London Eye, as you can see, the image is just pretty much blue. So the effect will likely give you an interesting outcome. But if you're working with colors that are grayish and stuff, you won't get an interesting look. But still, it just depends on what you're trying to do. You can still get an interesting look if that's something that you're looking for. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. I hope you understood how the exclusion and different blend modes work. And if you enjoyed the video, once again, please, this is my first video on this channel. I would really appreciate if you just leave a like or subscribe to the channel and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, and I'll expect you to see you in the next video. Now, a little bit about this channel. I just want to be concentrating on video editing tutorials, be it in DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, all the other editing softwares. So I'll be pretty much concentrating on video tutorials. So if that's something that you like, make sure that you subscribe. See you in the next video.